Yeah, and it's a shame that the summoning has dramatically dropped in the older games. Like even with Demon Souls for PS5, obviously it's just a modern day upgrade of the original game. But even that game, the summoning has dropped significantly just because it is just simply an older game, and people just they want to move on to the more advanced stuff. However, the exploits still remain in Demon Souls and Dark Souls, and I feel like just because of those exploits, distributed through YouTube, people don't need to summon anyone anymore. And it does still happen on occasion. I mean, I've sat down with my summon sign on Dark Souls at the Gargoyles for maybe 2 hours, and I get one summon. And I understand it's the very beginning of the game, but I just kind of miss. I really miss the days where the game was young. People didn't know hardly anything about the game, and when you help them defeat a boss, they're very grateful. They send you messages and you communicate, and it just doesn't
Yeah.
happen anymore. And it's not just with the gargoyles; it's with Smough and Ornstein. A boss that's considered the most difficult in Dark Souls, and I'm not even getting summoned for that one.
Yeah, so the online community, basically, I feel like there's definitely not a ton of new players playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the players that, you know, are veterans, either they don't think they need summons or they don't care about summoning players, or, lastly, it was just they don't think anybody else is playing.
Yeah, and
So,
so that's one thing I definitely miss. In these games, the older games, is just helping people out and just showing them something different about the bosses, and you just don't have that connection anymore. You try to go online and look for someone, but most of the time someone's going to have a bad attitude, unfortunately.
uh,
Compared to actually meeting people in the game, I meet friendlier people from in-game experiences than compared to online. And what I've been doing lately is whenever I do get summoned on Dark Souls and they happen to defeat the boss, or they don't, or maybe they die in a very funny way, I'll just send a very friendly message saying, "Oh man, didn't see that one coming," or something silly, just kind of break the ice. And sometimes I'll have really good conversations with people. I'm like, "Hey, what brings you to Dark Souls in 2022?" And they're like, "Oh well, I want to do this run, this very specific run," and it's very nice for a brief moment. And at least I still have that. It's just trying to hunt to find that. It just kind of sucks, having to spend a few hours with my summon sign down just to find one person to talk to.
no, I definitely hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? I've I joined the Souls Discord channels. There's the Demon Souls and then the Elden Ring. The Demon Souls Discord is probably the best one because it deals with all of the Souls games.
Hmm.
Um, the Demon Souls Discord, a lot of, players will post something like, oh yeah, I would need some help at this boss or whatever. Does anybody have a summon sign? And then, you'll go from there. But the best part about those Discord servers, in my opinion, is because they have community events where, they'll say, hey, return to Lordran. They do it like once a year for Return to Lordran,
Yeah.
where a bunch of people are going back and playing Dark Souls 1, and it's just it feels like a game that's alive again. It's just it's just fun. So
Yes.
maybe check those guys out.
You said it's called Demon Souls.
Yeah, the Demon Souls Discord. Here, let me see if I can